All right, we're on day one of making the catalog for this Type Beat channel. In video one, I showed you guys the strategy and the marketing approach. In this video, we're going to go over how to make the actual product, and we're going to focus on the sample beat. So I'm going to target the keyword sample type beat. My goal is to give away free beats as a way to build up an email list. Once people are on the email list, then we could always market to them later. But we want to add value first. I want people to freestyle over my beats and really engage with the beats first. Okay, so freestyles, sample beats are some of the best beats to freestyle over. So here we're going to grab some samples. And we're going to offer the beat for free download, but we don't expect anything on the back end because, again, these are sample beats. Okay, let's start with this track. Let's see if we can find some chops outside of the intro. Let's go to like 88. It's a very nice tempo for freestyling. The slower the better, I found. 77, 82, 88, 84 BPM. Once you get in the 90s, you got to kind of rap fast. So we need... So the reason this works is because we have hand drums in the background and we're at the downbeat. So notice I changed it up at the end. Change. Okay, so I'll probably end that was a different ending here. Let's quantize this, hit Alt Q. Serato sample is a godsend for all things sampling. Now for this, we might hit Control L to elongate those samples. That way it loops into the next part. Way to get by, I could freestyle just to get down in my... And this is the bottom of the line. So I want a different ending here. So we're just gonna move that note. 1, 2, 3, change. Okay, so it's very good to have these changes at the end. So let's fix this. So I don't like that timing. I like the sample tone, but not the timing. So we might just end it. So we just need this. I like that chop, but it needs to be better. Let's go to Serato and actually change that. So instead of we're just gonna do So we need to time it. Oh, now that's chop messed up. Darn it. Come on, Serato. This is tedious. Okay, so let's just drag that back. Use a different marker for this spot. Okay. So now we gotta make it go, I want downbeat. Okay, so now we need to fill up something here. There we go. I might even do the you part. Okay, that might be easier because it's a familiar sample. Less drums too. So let's change C sharp for, what was that, F? See if that works better. Go back. Okay, so we can't repeat it 1,000 times. Okay, so here's where we'll switch. I don't know. It kind of, never mind. I changed my mind. What? kind of like that whoa part, but I don't feel like doing too many chops right now. But it'd be hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Whoa. I might do it though. Whoa. Yeah, I might do that actually. Let's do it. The only thing is I don't know how to set. How does that work? Let's see. So the word. Let's figure out a way to add that to a key some type of way. What did I just do? Did I just delete it? Bruh. Hold up. Breezy. It's not what I did. Now I gotta redo this. Oh my god. The workflow on here is not the greatest. Sorry. So let's figure out the downbeat. Jeez Louise, man. Oh, we have an undo button? Okay, let's see. Okay, freak. Okay, I guess, I don't know how that even happened. Okay, so what we need to do, I know this is so tedious, y'all. We need to figure out a way to add a marker in here manually. So I need to click on a different pad, scroll all the way back to the beginning of the song. This is the workflow part that I just hate about Serato. Okay, then you gotta zoom in. We gotta find where that part starts. And then I gotta figure out which key this actually is. So what key is this? We're gonna go to options, D#5. Okay, so now I gotta see where we can add that. Okay, did that record? Okay. Okay, just gotta make sure this lines up. It's a little off. It's a little off, but it's not crazy off. Let me see if I quantize it. Nah, it just doesn't start on it. Okay, I think I know what we need to do for that one. Instead of starting it on the downbeat, I mean, wherever it is right now, we need to find the downbeat, which might be right here. There we go. It might be easier to line up. Okay, we just gotta quantize. There we go. So now we don't have to like guess where it starts. That's why I like the drums in the sample. It gives you information on where to place your sample. Get rid of that sample. So pretty much the beat is done. We just got to add some drums that match this vibe. You need acoustic drums for this, so let's grab some Tammuz drums breaks from his real drums. I might do the one shots actually. Okay. I think let me. So we want kick. What happened? The freak was it? Let's do kick, snare, kick, snare, kick. What happened? Oh, I think I clicked the wrong button. Okay, I meant to do poly. The snare, I need a little bit more of a like. So I like to preview the drums as I listen to the sample. I need like, why is it stopping the sample? What the heck? It just randomly stops. Come on, Serato. Like, bruh. The heck does it just stop like that? Okay, maybe I clicked something. Okay. I figured it out. Okay. Figured it out. That's why. Okay, y'all. This is... okay. I don't know why everything's just being weird today. Okay, let's do kick, snare, kick, snare. Boom. The snare doesn't fit. It's too reverby. We need something like this, but just like pitch down. A little bit faster, truncated. Why are my samples randomly going off? This is going to frustrate the crap out of me, y'all. Let me pause the video to figure this out. All right, I think I fixed it. It was still glitching on that one-shot mode somehow, even though I changed it. All right, so we got it back. Oh my goodness, that took an unnecessarily amount of time. As you guys can see, basically everything's not just drag and drop. Let's find the snare. These snares might not be the ones. I might use a drum break. Why is the sample cutting off? This is so frustrating. Here's what I'll do to prevent this. I don't know why this is happening. So let's open up Edison. We're going to record it on play and just piece it together so that it stops doing this. Oh, first I got to route it to the mixer. That would help. Let's go to pattern. Okay, apparently. Okay, pattern 1. Okay, it's routed here. Let's record. Okay, so it's randomly stopped. Let's send that to the playlist as an audio clip, figure out where it stopped. So it looks like about here it stopped. So let's re-trigger this. We're going to cut it. So again, I don't know why this is glitching. I don't know what I clicked. It could be the demo trial glitching. I have no idea. Why is this glitching? Okay, what we'll do is we will record the ending here and then we'll paste it in. So again, y'all, I have no idea why this is tripping out. All we need is the ending here. Okay. So again, let's send that to the playlist. Let's figure out the timing here. Okay, so I think I started here. Now we have it as audio. We don't have to worry about the glitch of the plugin. That plugin's clearly glitching out. Let's get rid of that. Save it as a new copy. Basically, we need to group this audio or just leave it on the same track so that we can visually see what's going on. We need to go to the tools, macros, switch all audio clips to stretch mode. So that way, if we change the BPM, it will also mess with the audio and move it to match the tempo. Now we need to figure out some drums. I don't like these one-shot drums. I like drums from usually a drum break. It just sounds more natural. So let's go to different drum breaks here. And usually the ones that are around the BPM sound the most natural. But these are very busy. So what we're going to do is chop up the drum break. Let's open up Slice. And right now we're going to click here to auto slice. And basically now we have a drum kit. Okay, so somehow I doubled up the volume. Okay, so we have the dynamics of the sample. So when we're doing our drums, sometimes we don't want the dynamics of the sample in the way. So I may compress the sample just to get rid of the dynamic, because that will distract from our drum groove. So I'm going to record the rhythm, and then we could change out the actual tone. All right, so the ending's a little messed up. Okay, so clearly this snare is not on the right thing, but basically I just wanted the rhythm. Okay, so let's swap out the sounds. What we can do is quantize these. Let's hit Alt Q and then pull back the sensitivity or the start time amount just to see if it sounds worse or better with the quantize. Sounds a little bit better quantized. And we can still process the drums. So right now this drum is way louder than the samples. Let's turn up the samples. Let's load up a plugin called Genome. I think I have the trial still active. We're going to load up what are called NAM profiles, N-A-M profiles here. So, okay, my trial ended apparently. The other plugin that can load them up is called Neural Amp Modeler. Let me see if I can find it. It's not on here, of course. So let's load this one. This is free, but it's only a mono. I don't know how to make this stereo. It says stereo, but it's not stereo. So don't think that you guys can just load this up and call it a day. We need to load up one of these profiles here. So let's go to our sounds, NAM profiles. We're going to load up the Zulu hip hop. I think it's this one. It's either this one or the other one. Did it load? Maybe this is not for, there's like 3 load zones. So let me figure out which one is which. I haven't used this plugin in a while. It's clearly not doing anything. Let's do the amp modeler. Zulu. Again, today is one of those days. Stuff is just acting weird. Let's do this again. All right, this is clearly not working. It's not even loading the actual NAM profiles. So basically, you guys want to look for a plugin that can handle a stereo version of that. Genome, you're going to have to sign up with a new email to get it working. Basically, you could just feed it new emails every 14 days. There's no other one that I have on this computer, so forget that step. We'll just do it a different way. Let's just do Gold Clip. But normally I would run that through some emulations to get these drums. Hit a little bit harder. And again, we have to ask ourselves, is this freestylable? We need to slow it down a little bit. And I think the drums are a little too bright, so let's chop off some of the highs. So at the end here, we want the drums to do something different. So like, I don't know if this even has a drum fill to chop up. Now I'm detuning the drums to match the sample. Drums could be a little bit better. But that's the hard part about these older genres. Most people just drag and drop drum breaks. So we tried the one shots, but they weren't hitting right. And we can go inside the sample and just chop out the bass. So it goes dum, 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 dum. Let's match the tuning of this record. It's a little. So 435 sounds more properly tuned. So dun, 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 dun. So I just changed the ending, but usually I would follow the sample. You want to keep the velocities fairly normal here. So let me hear what the sample has at that point. I guessed the notes because I didn't feel like previewing it. So it goes. So let me listen to more bass notes. It goes like dum 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 dum. Let's mute these, unmute these. Dum. So now we need a dum. So that's what I found works best with samples. Just copy the bass line. No need to reinvent the wheel. Now the drums could be better. There's a lot of dynamic here. This is why I said sometimes we need to compress the sample. So now we're listening to our drums more than the record's drums. Also, their bass sounds more like wide. See if we can add some chorus. So now we're copying the texture of the sample. Also, it's a little more bitey. Theirs also sounds like an E piano almost. But let's see if we can drive the signal. Okay, so now we just got to pull up the sample to match. Again, I would probably redo these drums. These drums are a little... Let's see if we quantize them harder. So now we need to balance this record a little bit. So everything's trying to be loud in here. The drums, the sample. Sample needs to be a little bit louder though. So I'm turning the faders down so that I could push the sound harder on the group track. Here's where we can start adjusting the tonality. And then I'll arrange after this because this is pretty much the entire beat. It's just about arrangement at this point. Let's run it through a limiter, see how we can get the sound. I'm starting to like the limited sound, just the super compressed sound. Deciding if I wanted to keep the drum centered or wide. So right now the sample doesn't feel like it's in the same room as the drums because of that reverb. Let's add a UAD real verb, turn the long tail reverb down, turn the size down, and then turn the wet level to blend. Now we're putting it in a room. And that drum is like pretty heavy. I'm going to take out some of the low end, see how. Again, I might redo the drums just so they're more basic. I feel like the drums are just doing way too much. Let's just use our more modern drums for now. We'll just use the samples. Bongos. Now we don't have to use trap drums. I think the snare just doesn't match though. It's the only difficult part about older beats is like matching the timbre. So just kick, snare, kick, snare, kick. I think the other drums, now they're sounding way better than these. All right, so the drums are the last thing to fix. I'm just not going to spend 30 minutes trying to get every little detail. All right, so we got the general concept down. What I'm going to do as the last thing here is just change the tuning of the sample. A quick plugin to do this is Kilohearts Pitch Shifter, I think. Haven't used this one in a while, but this one can quickly give you kind of like it pitched up 6 semitones. So let's try that. We're going to go to the sample, double click. It's already on stretch mode. We're going to pull this up 600 cents. In the top left, it tells you the value. And now we have to change our drums up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to say the bass. This feels much more of a vibe. So this is the final idea, and I'm just going to stretch it out across the beat. And in the arrangement, you would usually introduce the sample first, then the drums over time. So that's the beat for today. And then the next step will be uploading this, and I'll show you guys in the next video how to make the content for this beat. Thank you guys for watching. To continue this journey, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new. Peace.